Where are we at the airport?
We're going to Tijuana.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Wait, do they have to check this or something? How does this work? I've never done this. Whoa. You happy?
Let me know.
Babe, we already crossed.
Because I don't have no papers.
Stop.
Ok, story time de cómo regresé a mi exnovio a México sin que se diera cuenta. Bueno, para empezar, yo me di cuenta que me estaban engañando, porque habíamos salido de vacaciones. Entonces, cuando regresamos,
Wondering what this video is all about? I'm not going to be spilling the tea right here. You have to watch this video yourself to get the full gist and understand what this video is all about. And also, the first clip you saw there is not the actual event, but it actually represents what this video is about. Then the second clip you saw of that lady talking was the actual person this story happened to. It was in Spanish, but you're going to be getting a translation video that explained everything that happened. So guys, welcome to today's video. If you are new to this space, kindly subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, leave your comments. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. And yes, we got some newbies here. Thank you for subscribing, and it's good to have you here. So without wasting much of your time, let's get into the video, and I'm going to be giving my commentaries in between the video or after the video.
This is the long-awaited translation of the story time the original creator made on her page. I am not the person who did the original post. I will tag her, and her original story time in Spanish is in my repost. So if you don't know Spanish, I took notes, so let's get into it. I left the story by kind of saying how everything got started. So originally, her and her boyfriend had gone on a vacation and they had just gotten home. This is based in Texas. And she says, hey, like, I want to take some pictures off of your phone that you took. So she, grabs his phone. And when she's on his phone, she goes through his Snapchat. And when she goes on his Snapchat, she realized that there were things, obviously, you swipe on the conversation and there was nothing there. But then she scrolled up and there was photos saved in a conversation with another woman. So then she finds that contact in his phone. It was just like seeing all the conversations that he was having with this girl. So he deleted basically kind of nothing. That's when she says, like, she goes to the bathroom and she was just crying. Like, she was just filled with rage. She helped him come to the United States and he was kind of just walking all over her. So she's in the bathroom and she's like weighing out her options. She's like, if I tell him to leave, he's just going to pack up and go to this other girl. And it's like, no, she says, she's like, I brought him here. And that's how she got the idea. I'm going to return him. That's exactly how she says it. And so she's like kind of mad. And she does say like she wanted revenge. She does mention that very clearly, like she was upset. She couldn't believe it. So let's keep going. So as she's like weighing out her options, she basically says, okay, let's go to Six Flags. She comes up with the idea that she's like, hey, hun, pack a bag. We're gonna, we'll leave tonight. So that way we get there in the morning. So we get a full day. And going to Texas is around the same time as it is to get to the border. So that's how she starts kind of coming up with her plan. So right by her house, she says that there is a gas station. And so she tells him like, hey, you know what? I'll drive, you sleep, but, let's get the gas and, get your snacks. So that way, we don't have to stop, because she mentions if they kind of just left, if he wanted to go to the bathroom or go to the gas station, he kind of start figuring out that they weren't going towards Six Flags. So her plan works, like he falls asleep. She drives the entire way there. And when you travel to Mexico, basically the first stop is kind of just the first, way to get in is kind of you just keep going. But then there's a second part of going into Mexico where they can check your car. So she mentions that as soon as she gets to the second stop, they signal her, hey, you have to go this way because they're going to check her car. And he wakes up at the point where she's putting down the window to talk to Border Patrol. So he wakes up and he's like, why are you doing this? Like, however. And she says, they go through the checkpoint. So they're in Mexico now and he is undocumented. So she kind of like pulls over and, tells him why. Like, she says, and I quote, yo lo traje, yo lo regreso. So like, I brought him here, I'm going to return him. And she tells him, you cheated on me, like this isn't right. And she does say like, in her video, which is one of the like good quotes to say, is she says like, cheating on me, all right, like whatever, like at that point, but using me, no. And she even like, she says like, she takes out like a $50 bill and like throws it at him and goes like, here, like take that. And she does state like he had his wallet, he had that backpack full of clothes or whatever, what they were planning on wearing to Six Flags. He had his phone. And she doesn't know anything more about his life anymore because obviously they're not in contact. But she does mention he does eventually come back. So, yeah. A detail that I didn't mention, which I kind of skipped over, was that on the drive to the border, she does say that she has thoughts of like, am I doing the right thing? Like, am I doing this? And then she says that she just thinks back to all the messages she read of him cheating on her. And after all that she did for him, she just thought that it was really, really messed up. He was basically kind of like using her and she didn't like that. Like she thought that that was kind of a cruel thing to do. So she says that's why she did it. But again, I will tag her I'll put it in the comments and I'll tag her here. Yeah, that's the story.
So you heard that crazy revenge story right there. Wow. I have never in my life heard of that kind of revenge before. So we are going to be looking at other videos giving their reactions to this particular story.
Her boyfriend cheated on her, so she took him to Mexico and left him there. So this girl was dating a guy from Mexico who was apparently undocumented. That comes into play later. Anyways, at some point she found out that he was cheating on her with another girl. So instead of confronting him and losing the opportunity to get revenge, she decided to come up with a very clever plan. You see, she told her boyfriend that they were going to Six Flags. So this man was excited, he got his things, he got ready for Six Flags, and he was ready to go. But little did he know, she had no intentions of heading anywhere near Six Flags. Now during this drive, the girlfriend convinced the boyfriend that he should just sleep and let her drive. And he did eventually fall asleep, which was perfect for the girlfriend, because if he was awake, he would have noticed that the GPS was set to go straight to the border. You see, while this man was sleeping, she decided to take him up to the border. And by the time he woke up, it was too late. There was no coming back. Now, she did not leave him in Mexico completely empty-handed. She gave him a small amount and basically said, good luck with your new life. Now, since this boyfriend was actually living with her in her apartment, this entire story kind of shows that you should never bite the hand that feeds you, because they might decide to cut you off.
Now, y'all know I ain't want to be in nobody business or nothing like that, but my FYP be in people business, and I'm just telling you what it told me. Did you see how that woman took that man to Mexico and left him there? Chill. Now, look, this story was told in Spanish, and I had used all the Spanish I had in my mind in translations, and then I went and seen what other people were saying. She was saying, okay. Now, look, this woman said she found out that her man was cheating on her because she went through the Snapchat and saw some saved messages, right? She noticed the name. Then when she got the chance to look through the text message, she saw that he was really going through. Okay, he was really going through with it, cheating on her, cheating, dipping, slipping, doing all the tripping, baby. She said, okay. Did she crash out? No. She didn't do no crash out because when you're done, you're done. She told that man, hey, babes, let's go to Six Flags. Let's spend a day, me and you, lovey-dovey puppy. Okay, let's do it. Okay, he eating it up. Yes, they packed the bag. Let's go. We going to spend the whole day there. So let's go ahead and leave early. So we got the whole day to spend together. Okay, she said, you know what, before we get too far, let's even stop at the gas station and get the little snacks. So I know you're going to be hungry a little later, and I don't want you to be worried about it. I want you to go ahead and get what you need now so you could just go ahead and sleep, rest. That way you could be nice and energized when we get to that park. Okay, did they go to the park? No, they did not. You know they did not. I told you she took his butt back to Mexico. Okay, she said they drove over in there. When they got to Mexico, she was like, hey, babes, wake up. We're here. This don't look like Six Flags. Baby, because it's not. Get the heck up out of my car. Okay, you back in Mexico. And he's undocumented, which means he can't come back over by himself. Okay, and she had paid the coyote to get him over there the first time. Child, how you gonna bite the hand that feeds you? Child, she said, look, here's your stuff and here's $50. Go have fun. And she came right on back. Y'all better stop playing with these women. They not gonna keep crashing out and coming back. They gonna leave you where they found you at.
It is not a good month to be a cheater. First, it was a lady who pretended to be the cartel, got her man to murder that lady's family, convinced them they were on the run, ended up killing her and then killing himself. Now, this girl found out her man is cheating, drove him across the border, and left his ass behind. Like, I heard of people leaving people on their birthdays. I heard about the quietly leaving, destroying all their shit. But this definitely takes the cake. Like, not even Tyler Perry could have made a movie like this. Now, it goes to say you should never cheat on anyone, but the girls are getting creative. Because I can't imagine waking up and I'm in Mexico and I have no papers and I can't get back. And then the girl texting me, start from the bottom, bitch. I'm sorry, the gag that is that. Because how do you even recover from that? Second of all, you gonna always remember this girl. And when I tell you revenge is super sweet and all that be the bigger person, that much satisfaction like this. When I tell you I got my get back on my ex, and to this day, I still affect him and his new relationship, there's no better feeling. So I commend these girls, but I do not recommend their actions. But if you do something crazier than this, please stitch this video and let me see, because I am just so, it's just so comical.
This Latina is going viral. That's because her Mexican boyfriend cheated on her. She brought him from Mexico. He was undocumented here in the US. They lived in San Antonio, Texas. She tells him, we're gonna go on a road trip. We're gonna go to Six Flags. So she tells him, it's all right, I'm gonna drive. He falls asleep. She crosses the border to Mexico. When he wakes up, they're in Mexico. She crosses back to the US and she leaves him behind, stuck in Mexico, because he cannot re-enter. So once he finds himself in Mexico and he realizes what she had done, he's like, what are you doing? And she's like, look, you want to cheat on me? That's fine. But you're going to start from zero, because I brought you to the US. You can let her bring you back. When I saw this story, I was like, Latinas are on a next level. I thought I was a bad bee because I left my ex on his 40th birthday. Yeah, but this girl brought her undocumented boyfriend back to Mexico and dropped his ass and left him there. And by the way, she took out a $50 bill and said, here, good luck to you. But see, I've heard...
Y'all heard about the girl trending on TikTok right now that took her boyfriend back to Mexico while he was sleeping and he was undocumented because he was cheating on her? Yo, I need y'all to see this video because I promise it just took me out. She left him with $50 across the border and drove back because he was cheating on her. Alexa, play Gangster's Paradise. Cause child, that is savage. That, when I tell you it doesn't get any more savage than that, she's savage. That's savage. Woo, she said, here's $50, homeboy. You get it how you get it. You should have never cheated.
She could be charged. Yeah, she committed a crime. Several, actually. I'm talking about the girl that brought back her undocumented boyfriend back to Mexico because he cheated on her. No doubt he deserved it, right? No doubt. But she did break the law. First, she brought him to the US. She paid coyotes. And she wanted to legalize his status in the US. In other words, getting married to get his green card. Second, it's technically kidnapping. She brought him to a place he was not aware of. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's a crime if you bring someone without their knowledge. Third, human trafficking. I know. She crossed borders with this person in her vehicle, and she could be charged with human trafficking. And here's the worst part. If he went and filed charges against her, he could end up with a green card.
First, let me say this. I am not TMZ, I'm not the neighborhood talk, and I'm definitely not the shade room. But have y'all heard the news about the girl that got cheated on by her Mexican boyfriend and rode him across the border? That one was so fab to me, I had to get on here and talk about it. So apparently, this girl found out her boyfriend was cheating, and instead of confronting him, she drove him back to Mexico. She drove him back to Mexico. That is what you call sweet revenge. So basically, she told him that they was taking a trip to Six Flags, and she said, "No, baby, relax. You could sleep. I'ma drive. And this lady drove him back to Mexico. When I say that ate for me so badly, oh my God, I have not heard something this awesome in forever. Cause most of the time, if not all the time, when we get cheated on, or if you have ever get cheated on, we spend all that time crying, all that time arguing, all that time listening to the lies and believing everything they say, only to get cheated on again. And my girl stood on business. My girl said, "Honey, you ain't gonna get the opportunity." She said, "I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna shed no tears." She said, "Baby, I'm not gonna cry. No, not this time, cause you ain't worth my tears." She said, "Back to Mexico you go." Because at the end of the day, you illegal. Obviously, he's illegal. If you're traveling back across the border, he can't come back. And you are here, and more than likely, she's going to end up giving him his green card. And if you start cheating already, imagine when that man gets his green card and his freedom to do as he pleases. And many times, as you know, a cheater never really changes. They just learn how to adapt and cheat better. They learn you. They learn you. They cheat better. They cheat smarter. Sometimes after you got cheated on, sometimes you never know again. You will never know again, and that's the sad, ugly truth. And if they claim they change now, give them a couple year or two and it's resurfaced. And she said no. But oh my God, imagine you being in the car, thinking you're heading to Six Flags, and and you woke up and you're like, "Babe, where am I?" And the girl turned around and said, "A Billy Billy Bamba." And she said, "No, babe, where am I? She said, "I come on the floor." You're back in Mexico. My daughter gave, you better go hitchhike through California like Dora the Explorer, but you will not be with me. But she was very nice though. She did leave him a couple dollars, which she should not have. He should let the other girl give him a dollar or two. So she was nice about that. And guess what? No matter how mad you are, you're already across that border. So you could argue with me all you want. Once across this border, there's nothing you can do. And this is a life lesson. Switch it up. Every time we get cheated on or somebody get cheated on, we're so used to, "Oh my God, how could you?" And the crying, and we're listening to Adele, Whitney Houston, Toni Braxton, Keisha Cole, and Unbreak My Heart, Say You Love Me Again. Get these sweet revenge. Daughter stood on business.
Alright, so I recently found myself on Spanish TikTok, and I am here to let you all know the drama that is happening over there, because honestly, it is iconic. So this guy from Mexico decides that he is going to cheat on his girlfriend, who is responsible for bringing him to this country. So then she, of course, finds out, because women, and she does the greatest thing in history. Are you ready? So she convinces him that she's going to take him on vacation to Six Flags in Texas. She convinces him to let her drive. And then when he falls asleep in the car, she drives his ass back to the Mexico border and leaves him there. Bro, she straight up was like, if you love her so much, you're going to cross the Rio Bravo, because you ain't gonna stay here when I was the one that brought you here for you to be with somebody else. And honestly, iconic.
You guys saw the thing where the girl drove her undocumented boyfriend across the Mexico border? He cheated on her, and she told him that they were going to Six Flags. I think they live in San Antonio. And he fell asleep, and she drove him right across the Mexico border and left him there. Like, that is something else we have to worry about. My Jamaican men and women, please, me I beg you know, be careful. Yes, him cheat, but Jesus. As a woman, I understand. As an immigrant, that are wickedness. Mighty God. Can you imagine you drop asleep in the US and wake up all the way in Mexico? Never to return unless you gotta jump the border, come back? Cha-cha God.
America cannot be a real place. Have y'all seen the video of that Mexican girl that caught her Mexican baby daddy cheating? You know, when she brought him from Mexico here, and they were pretty much living together, building a life together, right? She caught him cheating, and she told him she was going to take him, so it was a surprise, right? Put him in the car, right? And drove across the border into Mexico. Kicked him out, gave him $50 and told him, yo, tell the other girl to bring you into America, right? You think that's crazy, right? That's not. That's not the crazy part about this, because the video went crazy viral on the internet, right? The craziest part about this is, man, that I just found out that she might do time for that. She might spend 10 years in prison for doing ISIS job, for doing the government's job, man, and taking him back to Mexico. If anything, yo, she should be a hero, bro. She saved the American tax dollars some money. How are they gonna look into lock her up now for doing that? Yo, there are so many elements to this story, man, that I don't think I could fit it, bro, in 1 to 2 minutes, man. Because the fact that she did that is fucking hilarious. I mean, that's like legendary level troll. Like, oh, you gonna cheat on me? I ain't no problem taking a surprise. He was excited and stuff like that. Yo, when he saw him crossing the border, like, yo, where we going? Once she crossed that border, she told him where they were, and that man was like, what? And now she might go to jail for that. You can't make that stuff. Only in America.
I need to find the girl who got cheated on and drove her boyfriend to Mexico and left him there because he's undocumented. Girl, because we need to be besties, because that is insane. She said, I brought you to the U.S. You can cheat on me, that's fine, but you're going to start from zero. So she literally tells them they're going to go to Six Flags. And I think she lives in San Antonio, or says that we're going to San Antonio. I'm not too sure. But she ends up driving while he falls asleep and crosses the border. And then when he wakes up, she's like, bye. You can cheat on me, but you're going to start from zero. Basically, like, me vas a engañar, pero yo no voy a ser tu pendeja. Like, oh, girl, where are you at? I don't know. I can't find the TikTok that she posted, but I'm looking for it. But girl, yes, this is just chef's kiss.
My boyfriend gotta be thankful that we both don't got papers, bitch, because if he cheated on me and I have papers, oh, we taking a drive down to San Diego, baby. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Wake up and he in Tijuana, bitch. I'm just fucking kidding, y'all. But hey, that's smart. I ain't even gonna lie. It takes a different kind of patience to drive 2 hours and just act like everything's okay. Girl, I would have been spazzing out, y'all.
That guy must be regretting his actions. He must be regretting doing this to this very lady that brought him all the way from Mexico to the United States. Because how do you go about philandering with someone else, whereas you are with a particular lady that brought you to the United States? That is heartbreaking. I actually understand the feelings of that lady. I understand her taking that drastic action. Truly, anyone that hears this particular story, you are going to be like, wow, she did great. She was so strategic. She was so smart. That was so savage of her to have done. And after listening to various videos, and I got to know that what she did was a crime, I just thought of it that at the end of the day, maybe that action was not worth it. Because imagine you being charged for kidnapping or human trafficking and having to spend some time in prison. You think about it. Is your freedom actually worth that? I know it's painful. It's painful she brought this guy into the United States and this guy went ahead cheating on her and breaking her heart. But if the authorities are going to pick this up, or if this guy is going to be filing charges against her, I don't think it is worth it. Me, I just believe when you are heartbroken, I understand that feeling that comes with heartbreak, but at the same time, we need to apply some wisdom and tact to avoid doing things that will make you regret for the rest of your life. Because imagine going to prison and maybe you're going to be spending, let's say, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. That's a lot of time to be wasted just because of a heartbreak, when you can actually move on and find somebody that respects you, somebody that values you, somebody that knows your worth, right? And also remember, if you are undocumented and you're dating somebody that is documented, just be careful. Just be careful, because this might just happen again. If you go to this particular lady's page on TikTok, it's booming of likes, praises, views, everybody complimenting her for taking that action. So if you know you're a cheater out there, stop it. Stop playing with people's hearts. Stop toiling with people's emotions. Stop toiling with people's feelings. Stop it. Stop toiling with the feelings of people. It is so heartbreaking when somebody has invested so much in you and you end up treating this person so badly. And like I will always say, cheating is expensive. Don't invest your time in cheating. It's just a waste, a total waste of time, a total waste of time that's going to lead you into so much regret, especially if that person you had was somebody that valued you so much. That brings us to the end of today's video. If you are new to this space, kindly subscribe, like the video, share, leave your comments. So you can share your breakup experiences in the comment section. It might just be a lesson for somebody out there. So thank you for sticking around with me, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye bye.